Sacred space. But when you pray, enter into your room, and when you have shut the door, pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret shall reward you openly. Matthew 6:6 from the King James 2000 Bible. Have you ever needed to get away all by yourself to think, pause, and reflect? Did you seek out a private location such as a sprawling white beach where you could hear the sound and ebb and flow of blue ocean waves as they kiss the sand pebbles below your bare feet? Or perhaps you sat alone on a park bench, allowing your mind to wander as you watched children playing, listening to the low murmur of their laughter. Or maybe your solitude was found high on a mountaintop where you could see for miles. You may prefer to seek solace in the shrouded dark confines of a deep green forest. Wherever you sought solitude, it was sacred. It was a place where you felt connected to yourself, to a higher power, God, or your soul. It was a space that was just for you, where you could breathe easy and open your heart wide. It felt great to be in this place. Before you learn about the details of the daily process, I want to introduce the idea of sacred practice, sacred space. Creating is a sacred act, therefore the igniting your intentions process is sacred. I'd like you to consider creating a sacred personal space that only you are permitted to enter solely for the act of creating. Do you have a spare room or closet in your living space that you could convert into a creativity den? Or is there a corner in one of your rooms that just seems to collect clutter or serves no real purpose? Steal that corner and make it serve as your creativity headquarters. Could you partition it off somehow? Try purple and gold patterned curtains, green plants, a bamboo divider, or an oriental folding screen. Make the space as sparse or ornate as your inner creator beckons. As your creativity blossoms, it'll reveal the ideal setting and environment. Follow its calling. This is a sacred place where your igniting practice will take place most of the time. Also in this space are intangible things like non-judgmental attitude, positivity, and leaving the inner critic behind. As much to your ability, only sacred things, ideas, and beliefs would be allowed in this space. If you don't have a corner or room that you can dedicate to sacred creating, worry not. This is where your portable ignition kit comes in handy. Simply find a cozy spot where you can create in as much privacy as allowed. If you're in a public or family space, be very selective in whose company you choose to create. It's best to create alone or in the company of other like-minded creators who are mindful and respectful of the process. As the saying goes, everyone's a critic. You'll have enough to do keeping your own critic at bay. Wherever you choose to create, ensure that if your work is within public or family sight, please let them know that you prefer them not to comment on it. Keep your work as confidential as possible. Respect the sanctity of your creating experience. What might come up during your process may be of a highly sensitive nature that you don't want to share with anyone but yourself. In my early years, I loved to ritualize my process. You might find it useful to open the space in a way that makes you feel divine. Try lighting candles, floating flowers on water and vase, placing a beautiful cloth over your table. Make it inviting to yourself and your senses. When we surround ourselves with beauty, life feels easier and more joyful. When we begin our daily practice with ritual, we open our minds and hearts to receive something good. It sets us up for positivity and receptivity. If you like angel cards, animal cards, tarot cards, the runes, or any other divination tool, gather those around you too. Crystals or rocks can be assistive factors as well. This is the time to treat you and your space with reverence, respect, and silence. Take a restorative deep breaths with your eyes closed with the intention of opening to the highest and best. Feel peace surround you. Here's what one client, Chantel Paquette, said about creating sacred space. The concept of giving ourselves permission to allow dedicated space for creativity is a very good idea, especially for a left brainer. How do I know it is? Because it brought a sense of relief just hearing you say it out loud. It's like, okay, we can try not being who we really are for a specific time period. Although paradoxically, this process is designed to lead us to exactly the real us. You'll also want to invite your inner child to join you once you feel grounded and ready for the fun of creation. The inner child will know what to do when it comes to creating. He or she will become your superpower through this process.